Well, these days it seems you can't go anywhere without your cell phone. I often say if I don't have my iPhone with me, I feel naked. Not a good visual there. Anyway, so we are talking phones with our tech guy, Matt Schuler, and he actually got to test drive some pretty cool phones. Verizon came out with them the first week of November, and this is a man with connections because he got them before anybody else.
That's right. This is the Motorola Droid. It's the pretty brand new phone from Verizon. They're calling it the competitor to your iPhone in the sense that they're both touch screens. They're both got big, beautiful visuals. One thing that, a couple things that the Droid has that your phone doesn't have. It's a slide-out keyboard.
Yeah, see, that's handy because the keyboard's on here.
Right, and a lot of people said that they had to have a touch tactile feel keyboard because they didn't like the touchscreen keyboard on the iPhone. Another thing it has is the 5-megapixel camera, which is larger than yours, and it comes with a flash.
The flash is crucial.
Right, because I mean, when you're taking pictures in the dark, you're not going to see anything when you send them to a friend or to a family member.
Of course, and I want my family members to look good, you know?
And just like the iPhone, it has a marketplace for apps. Although the Android marketplace is a little bit smaller. It has about a tenth of the number of applications that the iPhone has. But when you're dealing in the thousands, it's still a lot of stuff, and you're still finding it all for either cheap or free.
Yeah,
so
that's a fun store to shop in, the App Store. We like that a lot.
Absolutely.
And so what about cost? Because that's such a big factor. You're really getting into this. You're buying the phone and you're buying a contract. That's a big thing.
The contract price is probably the more expensive part of it because you're spending $200 on the phone for the Droid. You're spending $100 for the Droid Aris. But with the Droid, you got to pay $30 a month for the data plan. And there are a couple things that are important if you're going to use Google Maps, if you're going to use turn-by-turn navigation, which is something that the Droid added that the iPhone doesn't have. It'll actually show you your location when you arrive with the Google Street View. But if you're going to use that kind of stuff, and if you're going to use stuff like Pandora to download streaming music, if you're going to use those type of things, it makes it worthwhile. And price, kind of factors in to being able to stay connected to Twitter, to Facebook, to your email, to your work email.
Yeah, so overall, Matt, you give it a
big time thumbs up. I love the phone. I wrote 6 pages on woodtv.com, basically going in and out of the phone, why I liked Google, why I liked the Google Voice program, and just other stuff with your Google accounts and how you're constantly connected. You type in one thing and all your contacts come up right away. You don't have to input anything. It's just pretty fantastic.
Well, thank you for basically doing all of the hard work, making it easy for some of us who might be looking into getting a new phone. It's a really big investment, so I know that you have a lot of information. It's at the Consumer Tech page at the entertainment section of woodtv.com.
That's right.
And you're just not talking phones there either.
No, I'm talking consumer peripherals like for your computers. We're also doing a lot of reviews of video games in the section, so for coming for the holidays, we're looking at some of the big ticket items there. And I mean, essentially there's just a lot to do, a lot to say. There's a lot of consumer tech devices out there.
Oh, yeah.
And we're trying to keep track of them.
And a lot of people looking this time of year. Matt Schuler, our tech guy, thanks a lot for helping us out.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, Rachel.
So it was great to talk to Matt because, I am an iPhone person, but to hear about the other phones, and they've really upped the ante because the iPhone has so many cool applications and things like that, that a lot of other companies have come out with some things that are the same or in some people's opinions even better than what the iPhone does.
Yeah, or just tweaked a little bit different one way or the other. I mean, all those applications now you can do Twitter and Facebook from your phone.
Yeah.
Of course, email comes in automatically a lot of times.
You can get coupons, you can do all kinds of things. Matt says he loves the Droid. I mean, he's like, hands down, this is my favorite phone. And he went in, I mean, he's a neutral person, and he's got double thumbs up.
Well, that's excellent. That's good thumbs up for the Droid, too. And if you find something that really works for you, I think that's key. For me, I'm always like, I just need to be able to make a phone call and get my email. I'm not really into getting all the technical stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
Turn to the computer for that. But with all the technology available, I really should.
Yeah. Well, I know that you said you kind of hate getting new techie things because that means you have to read a booklet to know how that. It really is hard to set time aside. I don't even do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to read this, and I never do. And so I probably can do use about half capacity of what all my technology things will do because I never bother to read about it.
Sure, or else the key is to find somebody else who can help you out. If you ask nicely,
Yes.
or maybe cook them dinner, or bring them a dessert or something wonderful. Feel a little
Yeah,
bribe.
I think you're onto something, Laura.